Welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. And guys, look at this abandoned factory. It looks freaking gorgeous. So I've been busy with placing props for the last 30 minutes, and I'm happy about this result. So look at this abandoned factory. It got lots and lots of stuff going on. And Cities Skylines added this in the 1.4 update. So I just decided to use it for this area. And what I did with the thing, first of all, I fenced this entire thing off. So this entire thing is fenced off. We got two entrances over here. We got one over here for cars and one over here for trains actually. So what I've done, I've decided to let a train track enter this factory, because I think a lot of old factories, especially big ones, had private train tracks, so goods could be delivered, because trucks weren't that available in those days. So that's why you can see those kind of trucks, and that's why train tracks are the way to go, at least in that period of time. And yeah, I have to say, it looks freaking gorgeous. I'm happy about this result. So over here you can see what I did. I placed a couple of tiles in this factory, and it just gives that nice feeling. So if I change the camera around a little bit, you can see the tiles. Otherwise the old asphalt is gonna intervene a little bit with that, but that's okay. And I also placed a couple of trees inside of the factory. You can see one pushing out of the roof a bit, and it looks really cool. I'm happy about this result. So this abandoned factory got some street lanterns going on, and it looks really cool. So I added those in with the props mod, and it looks freaking cool. It just gives that a nice little detail what people like. So you can see we got a couple of street lanterns going on, and I think if it's nighttime, the street lanterns will work, so it will actually emit light as well. So that's a huge bonus for me, because otherwise I need to light this area up and it doesn't look good. So I'm happy about the result right now. So at this abandoned factory, because it is abandoned, there are a lot of greenery going on. We got some ivy the entire way across. We got some debris over here. We got abandoned cars. We got an abandoned train track, because people don't use this train track anymore. We got 2 trains or 2 carts left. We got like I said, 2 abandoned cars. We got a couple of benches over here, and a lot of greenery and overgrown grass. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But over here you can see people have taken over this area, because they've placed big event tents and other things, so they're ready for a party. You can see a campfire over here, 2 big party tents, and 2 smaller houses. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I've just decided to place those over here, because a lot of those abandoned buildings are being used for illegal parties and stuff. So yeah, I just thought, let's do it on this train. It looks freaking awesome. And then over here, this guy is a statue, a guy on a horse statue, and I think it looks really cool, especially with the chain fences going on, or going across I should say, and with red and purple flower bushes. So it looks really cool. I'm happy about this thing. So one thing what I need to mention before I continue this episode is actually I've got a new logo. I don't know if you have seen it already, but it's a really nice looking logo, and I'm really grateful for it. And I need to actually thank Digital Squirrel for it. Links will be in the description down below. He actually made this logo for me. It's a custom made logo, and yeah, I really appreciate it, buddy. So big shout out to you. And once again, yeah, I'm really happy about my new logo. So let's continue with the episode. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the new logo. I'm gonna say it's one that's definitely gonna stay, because I'm really liking that logo, and we are still in our cargo hub area, because I want to show you a couple of things. So first of all, you can see there are a lot of icons over here, and not only at the cargo hub over here, it's also at the harbor, and probably even in our shopping district over here. Yeah, you can see over here. And that's because of the new mod that's called the Ploppable Rico mod. I've actually installed that mod. The same goes with a new other mod that's called Super Demand, because I think I'm gonna need it, and that's why I installed it. So what have I done besides installing mods? Actually, I've done a lot of things with props and stuff. You can see over here I've got a lot of crazy piping going on. We've got a couple of big containers or big tanks, and we got a couple of small tanks over here. The same goes for this one. This is pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. It looks really cool. And yeah, overall, this is what I've been doing. I actually also updated this thing over here, so it finally has a proper yeah, it actually got a proper area where they can work. So you can see over here, this building is now operational as like, it can have like jobs because of the Rico mod, but still they don't have like storage and stuff. So I actually provided them with storage. You can see over here, I actually have like a big pile of sand, a couple small piles of cement and other things, and then like, yeah, it's like basically people get in here, take what they want and drive out. And yeah, that's basically what this company does. So yeah, I'm gonna say it looks really cool, especially with like all those tedious barrels over here and like the other things. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's finally updated. This I also updated a bit, and what I want to do right now is actually because of the Rico mod, and that's why I installed the mod, is I want to build like a suburb, and I want to do it my way because I installed also a couple of new buildings like the American style buildings. So that's why I installed the Rico mod, especially for that, because I want to build a true American suburb. So I've changed the highway around a little bit. You can see we've got like 4 lanes over here. And we've got a starting point for a suburb. I actually connected this highway up to the harbor over here, so that's really nice. Before this, yeah, this piece of highway wasn't connected, so I've connected that up. And then we've got our intersection over here for our suburb. So I just went with like bus lanes, like for taxis and for buses. And then after a while I will switch it to probably something with bicycles, so bicycle lanes. But first of all, what we need to do is actually build our first area, or the first street. It's gonna be the main street for the suburban area. And I think this will actually look really good. So I'm gonna go with a curve over here and then probably start another curve over here. Just gonna have like a little Y sign, like something like this. And then maybe even if it's possible, just have it like another intersection. I'm gonna connect it up over here. So I think these are the 3 main streets, at least for now. And actually what I want to do is create a little bit of a suburban area. So right now what I've done, I've actually placed all the roads over here at our suburb area. And this is how the suburb area is gonna be looking like. I think it's got a funny shape to it, so yeah, that's pretty funny. And over here we've got like some space for like a supermarket and probably something else. Actually, let's start over here. We're actually gonna place a supermarket via the ploppable Rico mode, so we're gonna probably go for a Walmart then. Yeah, I think a Walmart would be, yeah, I think a Walmart of course would be nice. And then of course maybe this commercial building over here as well. I don't know how this looks, maybe I'm gonna change that out a later on, but of course we need some parking. That's pretty important. So we got some parking over here, and then maybe even if it's possible we can place this one. Okay, this one will fit over here. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we got a supermarket over here, and then we got a commercial building over here that probably sells I don't know, something like clothes maybe. It looks really cool. I think this is gonna be a really cool area. Over here we're gonna have like houses and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be looking really nice and really fancy. I will actually change this around because I don't like this, so we're just gonna make it out of a concrete slab and we should be fine. Like just a little bit of concrete. Maybe, if that's possible, like a couple of trees over there, a couple of small ones. I think if we do something like this, it will look really good. So we just gonna make a little park over here. I think I've got like a small tree over here. I want another one. I think this one is high enough. And then of course a couple of bushes, that's really important. So I was thinking about a couple of like these cosmos bushes because you can actually see them. And then just gonna go for like a nice design like over here, and then probably over here as well. And I think this looks already good. Yeah, really nice. Maybe a couple of rose bushes over here. I was thinking around 2, just to give that a nice feeling over there. And then of course we need some sort of a fountain in the middle. I think if you scroll all the way over here to this thing, and once again I can use this because I'm using another mod, like it's prop and tree energy mod. And I think there are some like fountains I can use, so I'm just searching for them right now. And I think a fountain in the middle looks really cool. So I'm gonna go for a garden fountain. This one is just nice and big, so that's really cool. And then of course we need a couple of benches where people can sit down and just relax. So we're gonna also take care of that. And I think, yeah, we got a couple of benches over here. So a couple of them over here, like this will do the trick already. And then maybe even over here as well. I think this already looks really cool and really nice. And then if it's possible, I want to add something else, like maybe a stand or something like that. Like, oh yeah, over here we got like the grill stand, the kiosk. That's really cool. I think I'm gonna place one over here. Or maybe even over here. So we're gonna have one over here and then a couple of flags. Because yeah, it looks really cool already. I think this looks really cool. I'm liking this this area. And then we actually need to fill this entire thing in as well. I think we need like some sort of a bicycle rack where people can, yeah, park the bicycle. And of course, what we also need is like for the employees of the Walmart and stuff. They actually need like parking spots, so we're gonna provide that as well. I think there are like, there's one over here. What I can use, yeah, there's one over here. Awesome. Alright, that doesn't work, so I'm just gonna search for the 1 parking spot because that will look a lot better. I'm not using the 5 parking spot because it will, yeah, it disappears. You can see over here, it disappears for some weird reason, so that's not fun. Yeah, you can see it disappears and that's really annoying. So hopefully this works. That's gonna be like for a really small car or for just a motorcycle or something like that. I think that will do the trick. And of course we're gonna fill them up with a little bit of cars. And yeah, there you go. I think this area already looks really nice. Now we need to fill in, of course, the other things because we need houses and stuff. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna use a lot of props and I think that looks really cool. The only thing what I'm missing over here is like some sort of tables. And maybe like, yeah, this parasol as well. So I'm just gonna place one over here and then search for a couple of tables. I think this table will do the trick. So we're gonna probably place 3 of them over here. And I think this area already feels alive a little bit. And all these things actually work like real shops and stuff. So people will actually go there and buy stuff. So that's pretty cool. And that's all because of the Rico mod. I think the Rico mod is a really useful mod. But what I'm gonna do right now is actually, yeah, put in some houses and stuff. So I will see you guys in a little bit. So before I'm actually gonna place all these houses over here, I think this commercial area over here need a little bit more shops. We got like 1 Walmart and like 1 other building over there. So I was thinking about placing maybe like an IKEA or something like that. I think I've got it somewhere around here. Yeah, here it is. Like an IKEA over here. If it's possible, I'm gonna place it probably over here. And then of course we need like a movie theater. So I'm gonna use the Rico mod for that. I think there is one over here. And yeah, there is one. So this is the cinema in Berlin. And let me actually check. Okay, I need to remove this a little bit. But yeah, this already looks a lot better. And then maybe if it's possible, we're gonna paint this a little bit. And then it will look even better. I'm not a fan of that actually. Just gonna get rid of that. And then if it's possible, we also need a couple more shops over here. And once again, I'm gonna use the Rico mod for that. And I was thinking or a Home Depot or like something of a Media Markt and like this OB do-it-yourself market. I think this will look really nice together and they're like the same. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. I think I need to change this around a little bit over here. But overall it looks really cool. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. So we're gonna get rid of that, of course. And of course we're gonna get rid of that. Maybe not. I think this looks really nice. Alright, we're just gonna do it this way then. And then, because this is like a garden center or like, I think it's, yeah, garden paradise for plants and stuff. We can use props to actually make it a lot more efficient and a lot more usable. Because we've got a lot of them over here. We can have like Christmas trees, so I'm just gonna place a couple of them. And then of course like a lot of those plants inside of a box, yeah, the flower pots basically. And I think that looks really cool. So we're gonna place like a couple of them over here. And that's actually a lot, but it looks really cool. I'm liking this. I think we're gonna place a couple more over here. And once again, this looks really cool, and you can just detail a lot with this with the props mod. I like it. So maybe a couple of those. What I'm thinking is like a couple flower bushes is as well, like a couple over here. so people can take one with them. Maybe even like a small tree, if that's possible. I think there are like really small trees what we can use. One of those tree with leaves. Yeah, this is something I was aiming for. Those small trees. I'm liking this. Maybe one in the back over here. Yeah, this already looks a lot better. And then if it's possible, I need a fork lift. So gonna place one maybe over, because yeah, when you lift the tree or stuff, yeah, you actually need that. You actually need a forklift. So I'm just gonna place one over here and maybe over here as well, just like to add a little bit of yeah, depth to it, because it looks a lot better with that. Of course, we need a lot of forklifts over here, so I'm just gonna place a couple of them over here, maybe like 3 or 5. I think 5 will be enough. Yeah, this already looks a lot better. I'm happy with this. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna place all the houses inside this area, because this area is done. It looks really cool. I'm liking it, especially this part with the little fountain over here. It looks really awesome. So yeah, that's really cool. But right now I actually need to place all those houses. And we are back. Guys, look at this suburb. It looks freaking awesome. So this entire suburb is done. At least this part of the suburb is done. And then look at the houses. We have like really big houses, like they're almost castles and stuff. And then over here we got like a couple of American classics. You can see like with the drive lane and stuff. So yeah, that looks freaking cool. And every house in this entire suburb got its own garden and its own, or some of them got its own swimming pool. So yeah, look at the amount of detail we've put in. It looks freaking cool. So over here we got like a little playground for the children. People can reach it via paths over here. The paths will, yeah, even go across like houses and stuff. You can see over here. It looks really awesome. I'm really happy about this thing, how it turned out. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a long time, but I did it. And I'm really happy about it. Just look at the amount of detail. Then in the middle of this, yeah, of this area, we got like a little park going on. I know that's not something you see in a suburb, but I just decided to, yeah, to use it, my own twist to it, my own variation, and it looks really nice. I'm happy about this. I actually should delete this plant over there because it's on the concrete and that's not something I want. But still, it looks really cool. So this is the entire suburb. I finished placing the houses and stuff, and it looks really cool. We've got a car dealer in over here that sells cars. We got like the commercial area over here we already talked about. So yeah, what I want to do for all of these, like this is very much detailed and this isn't very much detailed. So that's why it's not almost done, or why it's not done. But yeah, overall it looks really nice. But something what I want to do as well, and that's really different from this, is actually replace the stadium over here. We got like the Ember Stadium over here, or the Rockfield Arena right now, and I actually want to replace it with something else, because a couple of days ago Cities Skylines actually put out a new DLC that's called Matchday. I did a video on that, and links are in the description down below, and I think there's gonna be an annotation on screen right now. So yeah, what they have actually done, they've added a new tab in the unique buildings that's called football, and you can actually place your own soccer stadium. And this one is a little bit too big, so that was something I didn't account for. But that's okay. I mean, we can actually find the Ember Stadium once again and just place it over there, and we're gonna find a new location for the yeah, for this puppy over here. So let me actually do that, and I will be right back. So right now I have placed again the Rockfield Arena. It's finally there. It's just gonna stay because the other stadium is too big. Like over here, the football stadium is too big. So I've scouted out a new location, and it's gonna be over here at this area. You can see I already laid down a little bit of a grid work, and I think it's gonna be really nice. So over here we got like some, yeah, some parking lots. You can see we got a lot of them over at this side, and I think I'm gonna place the stadium over here. I think that will look really nice, especially because it's fitting. And maybe I'm gonna delete all this, all of this, because I don't need it. And what I was thinking, maybe what we could add is like a little training field for the players, maybe something, yeah, where they can hang out and stuff. I think that looks really nice. So I think I've got a park over here that will provide for that, at least the soccer part. Yeah, we've got like a soccer field over here. We can place it maybe over here or even over here if we want. I was thinking just place it over here, so we've got a little bit of room left. what we could do, and I think that's a really nice solution for this, is we got like a really small office area what we can use. I think it's oh, it's over here. Like it's the Fuji Center. I used it a couple of times, and I think over here it looks really nice. So I'm gonna place it over here. And yeah, I think then this is gonna be like the player home and where they can hang out and stuff. And maybe what we could do is add like a little bit of other high-rise over here. For example, these buildings. I think that looks really nice if we just could add a little bit of those buildings over here. Maybe not too high. I'm just gonna do maybe like every fourth, and I think this will look really nice. At least for now, this looks really cool. I'm liking it. And what we also could add is a little bit of an player's tunnel. So I think what we should do is go to the props area and maybe go to this. I think there are like some what are they called? Oh, they're over here, like those shopping cart centers. We can actually use that. So if we go from here, we can actually use that to let the players go over here, go to the training field and stuff. I think that looks really nice, especially over here. It looks, oh, that doesn't look that good. Okay, I need to change that then. Just place a lot of them over here. Yeah, now it looks really nice. So we got a really long player tunnel that that they can walk into. Like if they are coming from training, they can actually go to the stadium, and vice versa. So I think this looks really nice. I'm gonna change it around off screen maybe a little bit, place a couple of trees because right now it's a little bit boring. But yeah, that's probably gonna be it. One thing what I will mention is really quickly is over here the stadium itself. You can see there are like ferns over here, and when I placed it in, I think, a tropical world, there were like palm trees, so that will change around. That's really nice that they did that. That's interactive with that. And you can do a really crazy things with this. So right now we have the color red. I'm probably gonna go for the green color because I think that looks really nice. So I'm gonna actually go for bright green. And yeah, you can actually change the color around. You can do a little bit more, like you can say like ticket price gonna be $20 a piece, and we can have like a couple options. You can change a couple of options over here. Like you can all turn them off, or you can actually turn them on, and will yeah, cost you like 9,500 for that. It could be more because over here at what's it called, the bus thingy, it says like that on match days it's free public transport, so it could be more because in this city I'm using like free public transport always, so probably that's why it doesn't cost me anything. But yeah, I think this entire stadium looks really nice. If you update it, you can see all the colors over here change. One thing what's really annoying is that you can see it over here, the field itself is like green and stuff. They pushed off the snow, but if you go back to the Amber Arena, or the Rockfield Arena I should say, there is a field underneath this snow, and that's really annoying that that they didn't update that as well. I mean, it's a third-party asset, I know, but they could just update it in game. Hopefully Cities Skylines gonna do that because over here the football field itself, right now this is also covered in snow. Hopefully they're gonna update that there's no snow anymore, because that would be really awesome. But guys, it's gonna be it for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care and goodbye.